Welcome back. Well, Chief Diodo Gumanyo joins us now. He's the Chairman, National Association of Telecom Subscribers. Thank you for coming on today.
It's a pleasure once again.
Well, did those who have been disconnected from the network really have any reason to complain?
Oh, I've gotten so many complaints already, particularly when these subscribers are duly registered and, you know, their biometrics, everything is being taken, and they went there themselves and it was taken, and there you are, they're sending text messages and all that, and above all, they're now bad. This is unbelievable, it's unacceptable.
Well, what the NCC was saying is that something may have gone wrong with the earlier processes that was deployed, and so if he had the message saying you should come and re-register, they ought to go. So could it be that some of those who received the messages took it for granted that no, I've registered previously, so I don't need to go back, and then they end up being disconnected?
You see, there were 7 registration companies that was, you know, engaged at that time, 1 for each geopolitical zone. And they now also treated Lagos as somewhat like a big populous state. So, and don't forget, they initially gave a period of, I think, some few months, and then we argued, we, you know, appealed to NCC, and they granted it again for another 12 months. So all that should have been sorted out then. Why embarrassing subscribers now, and they are now being yanked off, being bad, being sent all these SMSs again to come and re-register? I mean, it's totally unacceptable, and they are depriving subscribers the reason for why they actually, you know, hooked and bought the SIM to their various networks.
He gave figures of, you know, different subscribers that haven't gone through the process from the network providers. As you rightly said, we also have received a couple of complaints from subscribers. But where do you take such complaints to? Because some of them need to be addressed, if not all of them. A couple of them say they have done it once, twice, and even for the 4th time. They still got their numbers bad from yesterday. Who should they be talking to now that this has happened?
Well, first, like the NCC normally directs, you first of all complain to your network provider. But in this case, since the number is now bad, it means you now have to go physically to the network provider. You know,
because you can't call the customer.
You can't call the customer again because you've been bad. That is sad, and that is, you know, giving an extra stress to the subscriber. It's rather unfortunate, and thereafter, once you are now still not satisfied, you then have to escalate to the NCC by calling the magic number 622. Hopefully, they would definitely react to it. But the stress, the pains in which the customer now have to go through for an exercise he has done, I mean, NCC should look into this, and at least the offending network operators, I mean, must be sanctioned by at least giving the subscriber some form of compensation, because that is re-registering again what he has already registered.
Have you had any response from these telecom operators? Or have you taken any of this complaint to them or to NCC? Well,
incidentally, it is an individual thing. You know, it's your SIM, and you are the one that has been bad. So it is you to now physically take your complaint to the customer care center. So
none comes to you at the moment?
Well, I just got a complaint, you know, that, I mean, several complaints that, look, this is what is happening. I even called Dr. Tony Ojobo on this. And then he now said, incidentally, also the DSS is also involved, you know. So
what's the role of the DSS in this?
Dr. Tony Ojobo of the NCC, Director.
Oh, I thought you said DSS.
No, yes. He said the DSS or the security agents are also involved in this. So I was told. So perhaps maybe to get, you know, the total data of what I can describe as consumer population in Nigeria.
You've been on this for many years. Do you think, sincerely, this is working for us? Or is there a better way we can go about this? If people still complain, now you're talking about the DSS and even the police, security agencies, some have had difficult times, trying to trace some of these lines that have been used by criminals whenever they go about with their act. Do you think we have it sealed and delivered, or is a process that must be revisited by the NCC?
Yes, the NCC definitely should revisit this. By this, I simply mean that, you see, some fraudulent subscribers who now send these SMSs that you have won this, you have won that, they are the ones that probably are being the object of focus by the DSS this time. So I must say that maybe the DSS is now looking at the crime aspect of SIM registration, where your biometrics are not really, put together pretty well. Then you now find a situation where, sorry, we can't really get this clear. And a number of other questions are being asked that, look, why did you not take these biometrics very well in the first instance? However, but with the last registration exercise, you saw that many of the registration agents are poorly trained. Some of them just do it lacklusterly. They really don't take every detail, into focus, and they normally don't do it well. But there you are. These are small, but an alarming thing I got now is over 10 million. That's a lot,